The biggest data leak in history has opened the floodgates of transparency and embarrassed hundreds of people. The Panama Papers, released a month ago, exposed the holdings of prominent world leaders and other figures detailing their secretive business practices. Now a list of 200,000 organizations incorporated in 21 tax havens from Hong Kong to the United States are set to be released as the president of Panama says his government is cracking down on wrongdoing.
And I would say that today, Panama is one of the countries in Latin America that the actual government is more involved in fighting for transparency at all levels.
The Panama Papers are made up of 11.5 million documents. They show how some of the world's wealthiest use shell companies to dodge paying taxes in connection with Panamanian law firm Mossack Fonseca. The revelations have created a global ripple effect. They led to the resignation of Iceland's prime minister after he was linked to offshore companies. Since then, India's finance minister says tax notices are being sent to those named in Panama Papers. The anonymous source behind the huge leak of documents has offered to aid investigators in prosecutions, but only if he's assured that he will not be punished. He's conditionally offered to make the documents available to government authorities. The White House plans to crack down on tax evasion. President Obama has announced a set of executive actions that would close loopholes used by foreigners in the U.S. He's also called on Congress to pass tougher regulatory legislation. White House proposals include executive actions to counter money laundering, terrorist financing, and tax evasion, new Treasury rules to allow for greater transparency, and stricter banking rules for handling cash.
These actions are going to make a difference. They will allow us to continue to do a better job of tracking financial flows and making sure that people are paying the taxes that they owe.
But Obama acknowledged that congressional action would be limited, if any at all, during an election year. The Panama Papers may have generated worldwide debate over illicit financial practices, tax evasion, and offshore banking practices, but little action on preventing any of it. Colin Campbell, TRT World, Washington.